The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
You know, out in Nevada near the silver mines, there's a kind-hearted woman. She's looking so fine, always taking care of her community. Bringing folks together is her cup of tea. She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
And welcome to this episode of City Talk. I am About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy, your host, and we are at the National Automobile Museum in Reno, Nevada, right by the river. And you guys got to come down here because I'm telling you, every week they add different cars, and they're having, before I forget, they're having a grand opening. If you're in Reno, Nevada, this Thursday, and I'm not sure the date, the 30th, I think. If you're in town, you need to go, before you get here, go to their website, nationalautomobilemuseum.org, I think, or .com, but just Google them, find them, because you have to make your reservation by Thursday. And they're going to be having About Town Deb wine and Crystal Basin bubbles, but they're opening a brand new beautiful patio, like extremely beautiful with a bar out there.
Awesome.
And it's an event space, and there's fire pits and lights, and I think it's up to 800 people. I think I'm right. Wow. Anyway, I just had to get that in there because they're one of our sponsors. Anyway, we want to thank you guys for being here today. And we're going to be talking about dancing and art and music and local, all about dancing on the streets in our very own Reno's MidTown District, which has been growing and building. It's so cool. You're going to love it. So I'm excited to share with that. And we also have two members of the Exchange Band. We have Cliff Porter and we have Brandon, how do you say last name?
Dolph.
I don't want to say it wrong. So they are both vocalists, and one plays the trumpet and the drums. And our head guest is Craig Parish, and he's the president of the MidTown District. So welcome, Craig.
Yeah, thanks for having
you guys
us.
in.
Thanks.
I know we have lots to say and lots to share. So I want to thank our sponsors, Basin Cellars, Grille, Kim Surratt Law, and Christian Welder Grille. So I want to thank you guys and Dee Dee James for my theme song and Caliber Hair and Makeup, who is in Midtown. Yep. So I have lots of Midtown stuff. So we usually say what we've been up to. So I'm going to let you guys go because I'm always talking about me. So Craig, how was your week?
It was great. Went camping this last weekend. Had a surprise for my in-laws' 40th wedding anniversary, and had 45 people out camping down in Coloma. Went whitewater rafting.
Oh, you were in Coloma?
Yeah, 100-degree weather. That made for some really hot camping, so the river felt great.
That's my turf when I go do the wine stuff.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, they got lots of great vineyards.
We'll chat about that. Okay, Brandon, Cliff, what about you guys? Did you play some music?
We had a great weekend. We played a show at the Depot. It was a private party.
Oh, I love the Depot.
Yeah,
birthday party.
Were you upstairs or downstairs?
No, down in there's another spot like.
Oh, like on the side.
Yeah, it's like.
On the left, a whole nother
event room.
It's like I think it's where their brewery.
I know where it is. Yeah, that's a cool spot.
It's a hidden gem, and it's
awesome. Shout out to the Depot, and it's local, so we love that.
Yeah, and the sound was amazing in there. We were blown away.
What else did you guys do?
Yeah,
any other
I
venues?
played more music somewhere.
Where? Well, you're everywhere.
You played. I think you played Truckee right before that.
I did play. Yes.
How do you guys do that? Go from different bands and all over the place. It's great.
It's a hustle.
It's a hustle.
Yeah, it's a grind for sure.
Something you love. So anyway, I have a little bit of time. So I was at Dorinda's Wine and Chocolate, which is by the river. I love Dorinda's. And then I went to an Women's Summit with the speaker, Sandra Yancey. And actually, Craig was there because he's going to be mad because I can't remember the name of the venue. It's a music rehearsal center.
MRC.
You guys, of course you guys know.
Yeah.
So that's where Christian's at.
Yeah,
He's there too.
We rent a space there.
I know. Isn't it amazing?
It's really cool.
The new owner is amazing as well, Mr. Matt Reardon.
Oh my gosh, he was so nice. And we had the event there and they were so incredible. Yeah. They were the best hosts. The music was great. The sound was great. I was really impressed. And that will be where I'll be doing my song. Sweet. I just have to raise the funds and then we're going to do it. And then I also went to another Midtown local beer works.
Oh, yeah.
Craig, you know about that. We have a brand new owner, Rick.
Yes.
He's rocking it.
He is. Yeah. They just opened up recently.
3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah. New ownership. So they're right there on Martin Street, which is going to be one of the main stages that we're going to have for the art walk. So it's going to be hot, I'm sure, during the art walk. And so go down there, support them, and get a cold one.
Yeah. So I was really excited because I met him at your guys' team. You have a meeting, on the first Thursday.
Yes.
And I think it was his first meeting. And somebody said, Deb, you have to meet Rick. He's the new owner. And I went up, hey, Rick, I'm about town Deb. And I said, do you need any help? He goes, oh, yeah. So I actually helped him with his grand opening.
Perfect. There you go.
And so now he's carrying my wine. And,
awesome.
And we helped coordinate the whole event. We had a raffle and we donated to Volunteers of America. So I just jumped right in. But that's what I want to say, all of us here at the table. And if you're listening out there, it really is about jumping in and being a part of the community. So with that, this is one of my quotes. But only art and music have the power to bring peace. And it's by Yoko Ono.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about that quote?
Oh, I love it. I mean, I really do think that it's true.
It's 100%.
Yeah.
It totally is.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Craig?
Yeah,
Parish?
I think it's an expression of all the emotions that sometimes we don't know how to do without art and music. And it runs very
totally
deep
true.
and it showcases beauty.
Oh, yes. So throughout the show, I'm going to be having a variety of quotes. I spent some time trying, in every show, I always try to get a quote that matches our theme for the show. And I feel like it's really important for us to come together and do that kind of stuff. So we have a little bit of time. So Craig, why don't you go ahead and jump in and tell us what the big event's coming up?
Yeah, so next Thursday, it's the first Thursday in July. That's going to be July 7th, starting from 4 o'clock to 9:30. We are hosting the MidTown Art Walk, dancing in the street style. We're going to have 6 live music venues, all featuring different genres of music, and it's a free event.
So do you hear that, free guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Free.
And the good thing is that you're supporting all local artists, and I'm really excited about that.
Yes.
And that's why on set today we have 2 local artists. What do you say? Artists, musicians, artistes. So yeah, but for me, it's really important to promote local on our podcast. So that's why I want to bring us all together. And we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to dig a little bit deeper about what is happening on the 7th and why you need to be there. So it's About Town Deb with City Talk. We'll be right back.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio, take 1.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the angry giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m. and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at fenixmedia.us.
She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back to the second segment of City Talk. I'm About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy, your host, and we are here at the National Automobile Museum right by the river in Reno, Nevada. And I'm really excited because I get 3 gentlemen. Usually I have like more women than men. This is kind of nice. It's kind of nice here today. So Craig Parish, you're the president of the MidTown District in Reno, Nevada. And I know we've gone through a lot. I know the last 10 years, I know I've been out and about in Midtown and throughout Reno, but basically Midtown really, you had a lot going on. There was construction and, changing the parking, and there's roundabouts now. And the businesses really had to struggle to get people to come down there during the construction, right. Number one. Yeah. And then the construction gets done and we're celebrating, and then boom, pandemic hits. Right. And then, all of a sudden they're doing takeouts and different, and thank goodness our community really came together. Mm-hmm. And now it's employee shortages and all that kind of stuff. Right. But this event we're doing is kind of it is a celebration of welcoming us back. But I'd love you to go back a little bit and just tell us what has happened over the last 10 years and why is this so important to us?
Yeah, the Midtown Art Walk really started over a decade ago. Yeah. And it really started with this vision of how do we really showcase a lot of the local businesses that are here in Midtown. Midtown wasn't quite Midtown as many of us know it today. And so we just started walking into businesses, introducing ourselves. We had this idea for this art walk, matching artists with business. The Midtown Art Walk was the first art walk in Reno. And we're like, how do we get the local arts elevated, create a platform for them, and how do they come alongside businesses? Because they really were distinct, 2 different separate categories for many times in a lot of people's minds. And we're like, how do we fuse these 2 things together to support local businesses, create the platform for the artists? And so I think the first art walk, we had maybe 6 businesses, a few artists, and then we did the 10-year celebration a few years ago, and we had about 100 businesses participating. All of them had local artists showcasing their work. And as the event grew, we started adding a lot of the stages with it. Yes. And, not just painting and sculptures and those kinds of things, but really appreciating live music that people want to come out and enjoy. And so it grew, and we had the investment with the construction in Midtown. And there's a lot of drama with that. And, everybody wants different things. Yeah. And so I really thankful for the RTC, SNC, City of Reno, because we said, how are we going to do this and not kill what Midtown is really growing out to be? And what do we want to look like on the other side of that we want to really be a thriving, unique cultural hub in the heart of the city. And that's kind of what we refer to Midtown as, is we're the heart of Reno. It's the place where locals want to come, where they're proud of, where they want to see what's going on. And it's really that collaborative spirit that I think sets Midtown apart from a lot of other places in Reno. It's all volunteer grouping together, and Midtown business owners are super resilient.
Yes, they are.
They had to figure out.
Miss a beat.
No. They've had to be.
Yeah, they're like, all right, to go. We've never done to go. We're doing to go. How are we going to make this business model work through shutdowns and through construction? The pandemic, it was really hard for the businesses, but it also helped us accelerate some of the construction, because we could just shut down Virginia Street, which would have been incredibly hard to do, and get that process done a lot quicker.
So it did have a little bit of a bonus point, I guess.
A little bit,
Not much, but.
And then the construction got done, and we were excited to have a grand opening. We didn't do the art walk for a few years, couldn't have that many people down there. And then, the pandemic really put a damper on a lot of those. So this is our first time coming back with an event this size, bringing back the Midtown Art Walk with a new spin, calling it Dancing in the Streets.
Yeah, I love it. And I love all the new patio seating and stuff that's come
all
through
over the place because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I think that's happened all over.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's going to be beautiful this summer.
It's going to be gorgeous.
We got trees, benches,
flowers,
large sidewalk, flowers. It's going to be great.
And there's lots of art on all the walls in the buildings, tons of murals. I was surprised how many there were. I mean, are they like popping up every few weeks? It seems like every time, like, oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. And I really feel that brings a lot of the culture of our town, because if you look at the murals, a lot of them are telling a story.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely, it's honed in on Reno and on our community. And on
we
the
always
past.
shoot our band photos in front of them and stuff.
Isn't that cool though?
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Eric Burke, local artist,
Yes.
muralist, does a lot of them. He did one. We commissioned a piece right in the Livingstone's parking lot.
It's gorgeous.
That huge wall.
That is so awesome.
Really to commemorate the 10 years of the impact. So you look at it, there's 10 blossoms, which isn't quite fruit yet. And so it's kind
I
of
did not know that story.
That's cool.
And, you have there's this river through it, which is actually to scale of the Virginia Street Bridge of the inverse. And it really shows the water vitality art within it. And there's a dandelion kind of being uprooted. And that does speak to some of there has been pain. There has been some gentrification within that and some of the growth. And so there's been good with that, and there's also been some challenges in the midst of that as well.
Well, so who came up with the story and the art and the design of that? Because that's amazing.
Eric, he is a genius. I kind of had an idea, and he kind of took my concepts and made a beautiful piece of artwork. And
it's the
huge.
Whole building. It's huge. How long did it take him to do that?
He did it in a week. I said, hey, you need to start this, and we want it done, and we want to unveil it at the 10-year celebration. And he made it happen.
But did he have a crew or?
Yeah, he had a few people helping him, and he was up, and I'm like, how are you 2 feet from a wall and
you see the
drawing
whole thing.
and painting this massive thing? And he goes, I'm there. And he goes, I picture myself 100 yards behind me.
How do you do that?
I don't know. That's the unique thing of art.
But that's also...
They can think differently than a lot of other
outside
people.
the box.
They do.
Yeah.
Jeez, my goodness. So the other mural that I like is the one, and I'm not sure exactly where it's at, but it has we talked about in the video I did. It has Abraham Lincoln in it, like in this
back
flower.
Of, Junkies.
Is that
right
where
down
it's
there,
at?
kind of at the start of Center Street. Yep.
But there's just, like I say, it's about the history of our town. So I really like that. So if you're in Reno, you want to take a pineapple pedicab ride, which now I'm in love with that. And
I saw those are like
Jamie,
free for the event or
they're
something.
free,
Yes, Midtown's working with them to give free rides.
Isn't that, it's incredible. Cool. So you need to get on one of those, whether it's Jamie, and she's trained her crew extremely well. They know the history of all the murals. They know what's in Midtown. So you will know anything you need to know about Midtown, they will tell you. So it's definitely worth hopping on there, whether it's, at the event or not.
Yeah,
please,
outside of the
give
event,
it a
they
shot.
do Midtown mural tours.
Yes,
where they
do.
just go around, show you all the different murals, talk about the artist. So if you want to check it out, you can't check it out during the event.
You'd have to do that. And they also have a brewery tour. They have all kinds of tours. So it's definitely, we're rocking Midtown.
Yeah.
So I got to say about that. So what we kind of talked about, what was the biggest challenge? So the biggest challenge was overcoming the construction and all that.
Yeah, creative ways of thinking.
Yeah.
I think kind of, stepping in as president, one thing I want to do, the construction really created a lot of tension within it, building owners wanting something different than the tenant, wanting something different than the next door neighbor. New traffic routes had to come in with the medians and those kinds of things. And saying, hey, what makes us strong is collaborating together. Right. And let's not lose sight of it. Midtown grew really fast. So there's a lot of businesses that moved in and they didn't really know the history of collaboration. And it isn't just about your business, but hey, we're really championing the district. And that's something that I'm really proud of, everybody really contributing to that.
And so in 5 to 10 years, where do you think Midtown's going to be? And both you guys, because you guys are outperforming at a lot of the local places. Where do you see it 5 to 10? Where do you hope to see it?
Man. I'd like to see the parking issue solved a little bit more.
Parking's always...
and I think with the event coming out, the bird scooters, the pedicabs, RTC is going to be giving free rides. I would love to see a stage set up on a vacant lot.
Oh, you mean to be there permanently?
Yeah. So we can host stuff year round.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
and
that would be perfect.
Really continues to be a place a lot of people love to come and stroll and bring their out-of-town guests and really it becomes the cultural hub for the city of Reno.
I like that idea. So what about you guys? What would you like to see in Midtown?
I mean, I love the idea of a stage.
I do too.
Yeah, and I know for sure the parking is a situation, because anytime that I go down to Midtown, which is like pretty much the only spot in Reno where I will like not have a plan and just have Uber take me there.
I do that too.
I'll just go wander around
Uber there
and go check stuff out. So, but I take an Uber like pretty much every time, and even at shows, if I don't have too much gear, I'll Uber in just so I don't have to mess with parking.
Wow.
Yeah. So parking situation will be cool.
The county courthouse parking lot too. They're going to do a park and ride with RTC. So that's a huge parking lot. You can just jump on the bus and then jump off at the stops along Virginia Street during the event.
Oh, that'll be
cool. My goodness. That's a great thing. Yeah. Okay. What about you, Cliff?
I want to see more music venues.
Right.
Well.
So
just more places for people to come play. Maybe a couple bigger places that hold maybe 600 or 700 people as opposed to the 300 and 350.
Yeah.
Just so that, there's an actual hub for there. We get passed over a lot by mid-level artists and stuff like that that are coming. They'll go to Salt Lake City and then their next stop is in Portland or something. And
because
it's like,
we don't have a
we're
venue.
right here.
Come see us on the way.
So my thing is trying. I would love to see something like that happen here, to where we have a nice stop through and we become a hub for people on tours and stuff like that. Just a really nice venue. I mean, we have a couple, but they're like either downtown or Sparks or somewhere different, but Midtown deserves to have something like that.
Yeah, it should. Yeah.
I have goosebumps. Okay, Craig, you have another mission. You have a mission.
I'll work with you on it.
See? This is what
it's the collaboration that we're talking about, right?
I have goosebumps. Yeah. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Well, it's about time for our next break. When we come back, we're going to dig a little bit deeper into who's going to be playing on the different stages. And then you guys can chime in because you might know a few of them. So it's about time to have a City Talk. We'll be right back.
Saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool, and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets, and they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's humble and perfect. She likes everyone. She even likes her untidy roommate's weird guinea pig. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Allison, no. That's the exact opposite of what I was just saying about you. Why, Allison? Why? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
You just need FeedThePig.org. Don't get left behind. Get tips and tools at FeedThePig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all gotta see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at fenixmedia.us.
You know that's what she said. Come on, let's have some fun with About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town. This is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk. I'm About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy, your host. We are at the National Automobile Museum in Reno, Nevada, right by the river. And we are talking about MidTown. And I love that we are flourishing and growing. And we have so many we just had a collaboration right now. We already have a new idea. We need more music, bigger venues in MidTown. We have them all over the place. And, by the Nugget has the big one.
Yeah.
And I know we have downtown in Reno. Is there?
The event center.
The event center.
Right.
They have the event center, but you know what? Midtown needs something.
Yeah, and
we
it kind of jumps from like 300 occupancy to like 2,000. Yeah, 2,500.
So we need something in the middle. Yeah, because we do, and the parking to go with the event thing too.
That would be smart.
So I'm going to give my next quote because it kind of goes perfect. Dancing is like dreaming with your feet.
That's
I love
true,
that.
though.
Isn't that cool? Because you're like, how many times are you like on a dance floor and if it's like perfect song and you're kind of you're just moving with the music, but you're remembering maybe something that's happened before or it's a memory. I always have memories with songs.
Yeah, always.
So
well, as artists, we kind of lose ourselves in it, and we don't even we're just like, even though we might be paying attention to what's happening on stage, we're still just like dancing. I mean, Cliff puts me up in front because I lose my mind when I'm playing
all the time. Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, I'm going to regress a little bit because I'm going to have a little secret. So you guys were at Shanny Dolan's.
Yeah.
So you were at Midtown, Midtown Spirits, Wine and Bites, and I was there, and everybody. I was dancing. It was like the floor was so crowded, people could not. We're like bumping into each other, and I was there too. And then on Sunday, I went to Shanny Dolan's because I heard you guys were going to be there.
Yep.
Thank you. So the weather was really bad. But I did go. Windy. So, but it wasn't quite as crowded as the other place. So I decided I love the song Three Little Birds. It's the song I just love. I don't know very many songs, but I totally like that song. So I went up and I asked your band, guys, if I can sing Three Little Birds. And I got to sing with Brandon, not knowing it was Brandon. So when I called to get in touch to have you guys on the show, and I still hadn't connected it until he sent me the press kit. I'm like, oh,
wait a minute, that's
who I sang with. Right. So thank you for that opportunity to
get up. It was a blast.
It was fun. It made my day.
Deb, I think you're really capturing the heart of the event. So we're calling it Dancing in the Streets. And I think what you said is music connects to the heart and it's very personal and it brings back all kind of memories. And so the idea of showcasing 6 stages in a 4-hour event, all of the stages are featuring different genres of music, because we want to reach all the different pockets of Reno. And really it's about diversity being celebrated all in one place. And I think it's one of the things that makes it really a unique event of having 6 stages, 6 genres all happening at the same time. So you might start at one and you want to go to the Latino stage and you're going to hear the mariachi and you want to learn how to salsa dance and you're going to go from there to
maybe the
country stage.
Yeah, and do some country. So I'm going to let you start us at the Living Stones Church parking lot. That is where your guys are sponsoring. And what kind of music is going to be there?
Yeah, so that's going to be on the north side of Virginia Street, just south of Liberty. And there it's going to be in the Living Stones parking lot. It's going to be the Funk Fusion stage. And so we're going to have 2 bands playing there. It's going to be Hindsight and Escalade. I think you guys said
I've played with both of them.
So
you
talk a little bit. Yes, please vouch.
I can vouch for both of those guys.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah. The leader of, Escalade is Jeff Oldham. And Jeff was the second band that I ever played with when I started playing in Casino Circuit.
That's awesome.
Hindsight's leader, Larry Waller, was the first person who I played with in Reno as far as playing in casino circuits and stuff like that.
Awesome.
So it's kind of cool that you got both of those bands playing together. So
and we just rock the depot
with Larry.
On Saturday night.
He came and saved the day because my keyboard player came down with COVID and we had no keyboard player at all. So I called Larry and was like, "Hey, buddy, I need a favor."
See, that's the collaboration that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have bands. It's gonna be 3 different dance troupes. So sometimes people are like, dancing in the streets. I don't dance. You don't have to dance.
You just can rock.
And if you want to learn how to dance, there's gonna be dance troupes showing you a few moves.
That's pretty awesome.
There's gonna be 9 different food trucks, drink trucks.
Wait, you mean 9 at your spot?
Yeah.
You have 9 food trucks in your spot?
We do, yeah. So come hungry.
Who's going to be there? Can you name a few?
Yeah, we're gonna have potluck, Daddy's Tacos, Java Ship, Slater's Wings.
Okay.
Rita's Italian Ice. We're like, that's kind of funky fusion, right? You got like the slushy with the custard on top.
They're a local McQueen family.
Yeah.
Just so you know that.
Sweet.
That's great. And we're gonna have stuff for the kids as well. We're gonna have bounce houses. We're working with Press Start. They're gonna bring some retro pinball, arcade games, and activities for the kids as well.
So who's having the covered Cadillac or the old car?
Yeah, it's going to be there.
That?
Yeah, so
That's
Funk Fusion, it's going to be a shag kind of wagon. It's
so like
neon green.
Do you take photos in it?
Yeah, we're going to turn it into a photo booth.
Oh my gosh!
So
I love it.
It's good to be a good keepsake memory.
Wow! And so, what time does all this start?
The event starts at 4:00. If you download the MidTown District app, there's a lot happening in 4 hours. And so people are like, where do I go? How do I know what's happening? Download that. You can also go to the website and it has an event schedule with all the different bands, start times.
Yeah. And you could start anywhere you want.
You can start anywhere you want. Absolutely. Please start anywhere. We can't, don't all start at one
because
spot.
then it's going to be like crazy. Yeah. Please start all over the place. So
just make sure that you get down to down towards Southtown, a little further down there.
I am. That's you kidding me? I am going to Motown it.
Yep. Yeah. I dare you to go there and try not to dance in the street.
Oh, I will be dancing.
We got plans.
I will be dancing in the street.
So that's going to be on the south side. So the Funk Fusion is going to be north. If we jump all the way to the south at the South Virginia Plaza, you guys are going to be there. That's kind of the Motown stage. What would you guys say? What's the difference between Motown and funk?
Well,
harmonies.
More vocal driven.
A
lot of vocals.
Funk's kind of the bass and the music riffs and those kinds of things.
And the other thing too is Motown is I mean, it was a label, it was a record label, right? That like really was very all encompassing of different genres of music as well too. So it's not just traditional Motown. So what we've done is we've gone through the Motown catalog and we've picked songs from each of the decades.
Love it.
So we're going to be kind of moving on a journey through Motown, mixing it in with a bunch of our original stuff, like all the favorites that the band likes to play, the audience loves to hear, as well as mixing it in with our new record. So
new record.
Yeah. So we have a new album coming out called 24 Hours on Earth, and we've been working on it for a while now.
I love the name of it.
So it's going to be being released as 10 singles over the next year. So and then the whole thing will be the production of vinyl and stuff is not super fast right now with everything going on in the world. So the way that we're doing it is digital releases on singles over the next year while they're producing all the vinyl that's getting released by Color Red Records. So they'll be distributing that around the world here.
Well, we're excited. So when we come back, we're not taking a break, guys. Don't worry. When we come back for our next break, we have a clip to play.
Yeah.
So just don't go anywhere.
So that's going to be down there.
Yeah. So what happened?
Some of the other Midtown businesses, you got C Amigos, Mr. Crab, you got Moodang, Mario's Portofino, Loco Ono.
Yeah.
You know, you already talked about Midtown Spirits, Wine, Bites. Janess has really championed the coordination of that. She's there at Beautiful Nails. And that's I kind of pulled a few people together and I said, I have no money, but I've got a vision. And I said, I need you guys to help pull this vision off. And so we kind of had stage champions for each of them. They had to go out and either pay, they had to fundraise, they had to collaborate and get businesses. And that's why the event's free, because of the hard work that everybody's done. So I'm going to give a shout out to Trace and Janess.
Yeah, big shout out to Janess.
Yeah, you've got Ryan there on Cheney Street with Noble Pie.
And I'm going to actually be there for a little bit because we're going to be sampling a new beverage that will hopefully be coming to Nevada. It's called Kelly Mojo, and it's a Bass drink, but it's a twist on it. So it's really good Tempranillo wine, like really good from the El Dorado County, from Nello Olivo's winery or his vineyard. So Tempranillo wine, and it's with ginger and vanilla and other secret stuff. And it's in this really cool can. It's really colorful, like summer. It kind of looks Motownish.
I'm going to drink that.
It's a
good.
can drink.
It's a
That's
can.
so cool.
It's a canned wine, but it's carbonated. So it's carbonated.
Okay.
And then when you pop it, you hear this. When you pour it over ice, it makes, it's really good. So we're going to be giving free samples. And then for a donation, you can get a whole can for $10. We're not selling, it's a donation, and we're donating it to the Sierra Arts Foundation.
That's awesome. Supporting the arts.
We're supporting the arts.
That's
so
great.
About Town Deb had to have something to give away.
Yeah.
It's like, but it's a donation. And then, so if you want to get a 4-pack, it'll be like $30 donation, and it's all 100%. So thank you, Nello. He's donating. I'm going to actually go pick it up in El Dorado County on Sunday and have to drive it right back because we have to keep it cold. So Ryan, if you're listening, has to go into your cooler because he's part of it too. He's going to let us be out right by him. So
that'd be great.
See, it's collaboration.
Yeah.
So how many minutes there, Christian? 1 minute. Okay. So let's go to one of the other stages. Let's do Mari Chuy's.
Mari Chuy's. Yep. So that's going to be the next one down. They are doing Latino music.
Yeah. And mariachis.
Mariachi, baile folklorico, which is kind
you
of.
You did good on that.
Like that?
I can't do that. Wow.
With all the colorful dresses. If you want to learn how to salsa dance, they're going to be teaching that. And if you haven't had one of his margaritas, they're awesome. Get down there.
And you know what? I was just there, and they have a new one. It's a watermelon flavor, and it's really, and it's with the watermelon, like, how you what do you call it when you mash it up?
Yeah.
Mold it? I don't know. You do something with a thing.
You smush it.
You smush it. It's smushed anyway. So, but if you have not been to Mari Chuy's in Midtown, you definitely want to go. And if you need a good breakfast, you want to go to Two Chicks. Definitely. Yes, yeah. I love those girls. And their food is amazing. They have been there. Actually, I was there for their grand opening in Chuy's when Styx first was there. I was there for the grand opening. Yep. So I believe in this project. Yep. I've been there since the beginning. We're going to take this is our last break. When we come back, when we come back, should we come back in with a clip or okay. When we come back, you're going to hear a clip from The Exchange. Be right back. It's About Town Deb.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. And they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go. Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What? Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No. Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this. To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. Cool. Very cool. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all gotta see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us.
Ready to help from her toes to her head. Just give her a shout. Call About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town. This is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now back to the show.
I don't want to go and disrupt the flow. I came out the womb, making funky music, and as y'all is my witness, I promise I'm gonna choose it, use it, abuse it. I'm always losing control over my body every time I'm on the cruise. Got to move it like a rabbit, not late for the dinner, got a microphone habit. Got to stab it tonight on stage, everybody finna better cause we on the same page. It's our time, we better figure it out before we get left behind. It's alright, I know there's something so fine that we don't see eye to eye. Come on now, can we just put it behind, in the back of our mind? It don't matter what talk, it don't matter what stage, as long as we're on the same page, can you dig that?
Welcome back. Wow, what a way to welcome back. You guys, I'm letting you guys take it from here. So tell us about why this is so incredible right now. You kind of got to hear a little clip of something nobody else has heard.
Yeah, so that is one of the tunes. It'll be our first single that's being released off the new record. The way that we're doing this album release is a series of 10 single releases over like the next 10 months while they produce the vinyl that'll be being distributed. So that's the first one. The label has it slated to release sometime around July 8th. So we play July 7th. The Motown and MidTown will be performing that tune as well as most of the rest of the record while we mix it in with a bunch of Motown tunes for you guys. And then hopefully the label is ready to drop it on the 8th, but if not, it'll be right very shortly after that. So
the song, the music, is there a story behind it? Is there a vision behind it? It's all about the story to me. So say a little bit about that.
Yeah, so absolutely. So the song is about, okay, so we're going to go back a little bit. Okay. So I started the band. It was the Funk Exchange. I started it years and years ago. And I had a different group of musicians who I love dearly. And, but during COVID, it kind of crushed everything, and stuff, performances kind of fizzled off, and things were kind of just disappearing. And I was kind of sitting in a standstill, and I was like, look, I'm not going to let this bother me. So I went in my garage, I set myself up, I built a studio, I learned how to use recording software, and I wrote 2 new records, almost full 2 new records. I'm finishing the second one right now, as far as the songwriting goes. And I came out of it and I was like, hey, look, this is going to be a totally separate project. And so then I grabbed a bunch of my close friends who I played music with, like Cliff, on the regular before the pandemic and with other projects and stuff. And then I kind of found myself in a place where I was things, we had kind of gone separate ways with some of the members of the rhythm section for Funk Exchange. And I was I put together this new core crew who I'd been working with for years in the past. I played some shows with Jelly Bread with Cliff here years and years ago.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. And I've been a fan of Jelly Bread basically for as long as they've been around.
Thank you.
And then and so now we kind of picked up where the pandemic left us, and took this album to the studio And I started recording at iMirage Sound Labs here in Logal with some killer tracking engineers. And the pieces started falling into place. We got together, we did some live shows. We played Offbeat Music Festival. And we started doing some like smaller shows, and all of a sudden the community kind of really like started jumping behind us, and we had some really big, very successful shows, over the last year. And I've sent hundreds of emails to hundreds of different record labels over the years, just like, hey, this is my music, this is what I do, and never ever got a response. And happened to be sharing a stage with the right person at the right time when we did his birthday party.
Yeah.
Last year. I was standing next to a horn player that was like, I really want to hear what you and Cliff are doing together. And so when we finished recording it, I sent it up there, and he was like, yep, this is what the label that he's signed to is looking for. Here's the direct contact for the person in charge of A&R. And so I sent it up there, and they were like, we're going to take it to a priority meeting with the A&R department at Color Red Records. And he called me back, and he's like, we have decided that we are going to cut a deal with you. We're ready to go. So
okay, now let's go over to Cliff here. So how are you feeling about all that happened? That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it was kind of quick. I mean, like, I've been in Jelly Bread for 15 years, and I think all we ever worried about was playing the festival and getting out on tour and being out there and getting my son juice.
That's okay. That's good. I love it.
And so to actually be signed to a label, it's really awesome. Brandon works his butt off to do things, and so it's awesome to be a part of his project as well. And then he's a part of my other project, Full Blast, which he was talking about, the birthday party.
Yes.
That was last year's my 45th birthday, which I do Stevie Wonder songs in the Key of Life album.
Yeah.
For like, I did it for my 40th birthday because that album came out on my birthday. We're both born the same day. So, so the 40 and 45, and then I'll do it the 50 and all of that stuff. I'll keep doing it.
I want to be there when you do that.
Please
Make
do.
sure About Town Deb has an invite.
Yeah. So the connection he was talking about, I brought a friend of mine to play saxophone from Seattle, Washington, and
45th
Street Brass
Future
Band.
Not, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's where we're all talking about connections and always making those connections. That's where that came from. And so, another thing is, I'm born and raised here in Reno, Nevada. So
even better.
This is my hometown.
Aww.
And so this festival kind of encompasses really me as well, because all the different genres of music that are going to be on these stages, I play them and listen to all of them. If you ever come to a Full Blast show, you're going to hear country. You're going to hear rock. You're going to hear funk. You're going to hear soul. You're going to hear it all. So, and then, playing with Brandon, he brings a whole nother vibe to this situation. And it's just, so this is just fun. All I can say is I'm looking forward to the day. I'm looking forward to future projects and, future collaborations with everybody. This is, I love my city. I tell everybody where I'm at, wherever I go. I'm from Reno.
Right here.
So do I.
Yes, I am. And, so it's really awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are coming out. I think I was excited about the event. I'm even more excited because all of the musicians have stories.
Yeah.
So when you get to hear these stories, thanks, Deb, for the opportunity
I'm going to start
share that, because I think that's where we get to kind of just hear the end of it.
Yeah,
right? But
exactly.
it's really years of relationships and connections. And that's what's being celebrated is people are invited out, come out and dance in the streets and have a great time.
That's what the party's all about.
That's what it's about.
Yep.
Okay, so I just came up with an idea.
Uh-oh. I
think we need to do a follow-up show. And when we do it, I think we should, pick a couple of like you guys to come back and have everybody pick one of their songs if they're local and tell the story behind the song.
Cool.
It would be really cool.
A lot of fun.
Because then we could talk about, oh my gosh, we had such a great event and who was at the event and how it went.
Yeah.
And let's share some of the stories, because I bet you every single band in person is going to have a memory from the event, something that's special that happened on stage, or somebody goes up and says, hey, can I sing with you? I might do it on the thing, you never know.
Yeah.
So anyway, but before it gets to the end of the show, how can they contact both of you guys? with the exchange?
Yeah, so for the exchange, you can either go on the website. There's like booking directions on there. It's www.funkexchange.com, or you can go to any of our Facebook pages. Yeah, so like. Basically, I do my best to respond really quickly.
Yes,
I mean, that's
you do.
how you got a hold of me,
I
right?
got you.
So,
it was you. I love it.
Yeah, so I do my best to make sure that I stay punctual with the Facebook messaging when it comes in.
Okay, and if they want to see you before the 7th, where are you going to be?
July 1st.
Yes, Art Town opening.
Art Town grand opening night for Art Town down at Wingfield Park. It's going to be the full blast band, the fullest full blast band.
full blast.
It's going to be incredible. I can feel it already.
We've got 5 horns, 2 keys, 2 guitars, bass, drums, a surprise at the beginning of the show. So please don't be late.
Okay, don't be late.
I'm not.
Okay, don't give it up. Okay, we only have a few minutes left, so we're going to go over to Craig. So it's your turn to share any last minute love and whatever you want to share about the event.
Visit RenoMidtown.com, download the Midtown District app, has all the event details, and it's going to be great. Yeah, we've got the folk rock, you got the EDM, we didn't even talk about that. Martin Street, get out, dance, art cars, statewide lighting, country music. Patrice Luciano.
Oh
she's
my
a
gosh,
local singer, songwriter.
And she has a band too.
Bring it, so that's going to be great as well. So come to Midtown. We want to see you dance in the streets.
Be there.
Oh, we're so excited.
How long is the full day?
How long? Oh, no, go
4
ahead.
o'clock to 9:30.
Yes.
So we got a lot packed in.
Yeah, there's a lot packed in. And I always give a shout out to Grandma B and Ellie and Papa Tony and Ellie up there and watching down. And it's 4th of July coming up. So if I have a moment, do I have time to do one more quote? Okay, here's one of them. I believe in America because we have great dreams and because we have the opportunity to make the dreams come true. Wendell Wilkie. And remember, we are together, we're one heart. So I am so grateful to have you guys here today.
Thank you for having
me. I'm grateful to Craig because I said, hey, what can I do? I want to be a part of this, and not just this event. I truly love Midtown. You know I do. And I love all of Reno, not just Midtown. I support everybody that I can. But really, guys, if you're listening, if you are in town, if you're not a local, please go to the website one more time.
RenoMidtown.com.
And if you follow About Town Deb, every day I'm putting something up almost, and I have a few more videos to come. So you can go to About Town Deb on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever, and you will find out about it as well. And next week I am keeping it real with Amber, and who knows, we're going to be doing another shout out for you guys then too. So it's About Town Deb with City Talk. I'll see you next week, and remember, together one heart, and happy 4th.